Well, Koriq is basically a musician from birth. I've been playing the piano since I was 7 years old. Of course, music has followed me or accompanied me through my entire life journey up until this point. Recently started singing probably about 5 years ago, professionally, recording my own music and trying to, become a household name as an artist.
Yeah.
Koriq is a family man, a devoted daddy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm in love with music, and music seems to be in love with me. That's pretty much it in a nutshell. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a lot more to it, but that's the short version.
So, what is it that you enjoy about music and what you do?
Wow, that's a tough one to answer. It's almost like asking me what do I enjoy about being myself.
Yeah.
You know, I can't think of. I mean, in other words, what's not to enjoy about music?
Yeah.
Music is expression. And it gives a voice to your thoughts and feelings. I mean, that is something to be loved, really.
Yeah, for real. So I know that you're a part of the Taurus Riley band and crew.
Yeah, I'm a keyboard player and background vocalist with the Black Soil band working the Tarrus Rally. We're actually on tour right now in Uppsala, Sweden.
Okay. How's it going?
Yeah. It's going great. As a matter of fact, the band is outside right now doing sound check. I don't know if you can hear them in the background. But yeah, I had to just find a quiet room and close the door. So the band is actually doing sound check right now
Okay.
for a show tonight in Sweden.
Wicked. So how did you become a part of that band and get involved with Taurus Riley?
Well, like I said, I've been a professional keyboard player for a while now, quite a while. I've been working with the likes of Tony Rebel, Luciano, Queen Ifrica, Bushman, Freddie McGregor, just to name a few.
Yeah.
I'm actually the keyboard player on Chess and Chin's monster hit, Hideaway.
Okay. Wicked.
So, of course, I was on tour with Queen Ifrica a few years ago, and I was told that Tarrus Riley, who was a pretty new artist at the time, needed a keyboard player because one of their keyboard players had just moved on.
Yeah.
So I accepted the job, and I've been there ever since. That's been for the last 10 years or so.
Wow. I bet that, what kind of experiences have you experienced being an actual band player? Because normally we hear about the artists, but we don't really hear too much about the bands. So give us a little experience.
Yeah, well, the thing is, a lot of artists start out being artists.
Yeah.
Very few of us actually start out being full-time professional musicians.
Okay.
And I think I'm a part of that elite group. You know what I mean? I've experienced a lot as a musician. You get to see artists develop from obscurity all the way to stardom.
Yeah.
Becoming household names right before your eyes. Just the synergy working with other musicians and coming up with fantastic ideas that, are just great because of the collaborative effort. I mean, I've experienced so much being a musician. I mean,
Yeah.
and then, of course, there's the opportunity to travel to places that people have to save up to go on vacation. For example, I was just in Paris last week.
Yeah. Wow.
You know what I mean? And there are people saving up to go to vacation in Paris. I get paid to go there. You know what I mean? So being a musician has its perks,
Yeah. How about any negatives, or instead of negatives, something that if people want to get into to look out for that you could advise them on?
Well, the music business is a very tough one. And it's even tougher now because there are so many more players in the game.
Okay.
So if you decide to stick out for a certain amount of money, chances are there's a guy who will do it for less.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you kind of have to, first of all, be on top of your game so that, when you're up for a job, your chances of getting it are just greater because you are on top of your game. You're at the, at the helm of your craft. And, you kind of have to be a tough and smart negotiator. So you have to look out for people who are going to always try and get you to do a mammoth task for less than you're worth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. So, as well as that, you're also a singer yourself. So tell us a little bit of something about that.
Well, I started playing at 7 years old, as I told you before.
Yeah.
And the moment my father noticed any kind of musical talent in me, he always told me to sing. He said, "Yo, Koriq, you need to sing because you have a wonderful voice," and blah, 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 blah. I was not having it because in my head, I'm a musician. I play. I don't sing. I leave that to the singers.
Yeah.
But here I am, many years later, as a grown man now, with children of my own. and I'm finally listening to my daddy.
Wow.
You know.
Your
But,
dad's
the good thing is
smiling.
he's still around to hear and see what I'm doing. So, I'm pretty confident that I'm making him proud right now.
Definitely. I bet he's sitting there smiling, thinking, I told you.
Yeah, man. Every time we talk, because sometimes, when I'm in the area, I make sure I go and look for daddy.
Yeah.
And every time we have that talk, he's saying, see, you should have listened to me from a long time.
So, as a singer
Yeah.
now, what is it that you want to bring to the world in particular? I suppose your mission as a singer.
Well, music, as I said, is expression, and I really just want to express myself. I'm not trying to be a character in music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not. For example, I'm not Bounty Killer, the poor people governor. Or I'm not Luciano, the messenger. I am just Koriq, and I'm just trying to express me, express myself, express what the Most High has put inside of me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And express it through music. And if that helps somebody, then wonderful, great. If it makes you feel good, great. That's really what I'm trying to bring to the table as an artist.
Definitely. Who is it that you're rating at the moment then? Who are you looking at the minute?
I'm sorry, repeat that?
Sorry, who are you looking at the minute? So what artists are you rating or listening to at the minute?
Oh, well, right now in terms of reggae music, my favorite artists, of course, would include Damian Marley, Junior Gang. I'm a general, a fantastic lyricist, an amazing performer, and is a man who is working for his own and not just depending on the Marley legacy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I have to respect Damian Marley. He's one of my favorite artists. Also, Koriq, Beres Hammond, Romy and Virgo, Christopher Martin, and of course, last but not least, the man himself, Mr. Tarrus Singy Riley.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm learning so much from Tarrus Riley. I mean, it's impossible to be standing up on stage with Tarrus Riley every night and not learn something. You know what I mean? So I'm learning a lot as an artist from Tarrus Riley.
Definitely. As you mentioned about Damian Marley and Koriq, them two in particular, when they went for the Grammy nominations, should I say?
Yeah.
What was your opinion? Because people were like, Koriq should have won, blah blah blah. What do you think?
To be honest with you, I I would have been surprised if neither of them won.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But I'm not surprised that either of them won. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think Koriq had a very good chance of winning because he had a fantastic album. But the same can be said of Damian Marley.
Yeah.
So, as far as I'm concerned, it's a split decision, and I guess it broke in favor of Damian.
Yeah. But it seemed to have turned into more like a competition, really. Not between the artists.
No, well, I think that competition might be among the people, the audience, and not really among the artists themselves. Because Koriq and Damian cool, they don't have any beef or any kind of quarrel that I know of.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to say. It seemed to be amongst the people rather than the artists themselves. Did you get a flavour of what?
You have to realize that people will always have their own opinions, and they're allowed to express themselves. You know what I mean?
For sure.
So, of course, if some people sway towards Koriq, then that's fine. And if others sway towards Damian Marley, that's fine too. I mean, that's the reason we have diversity in music. You know what I mean? Definitely. We have diversity as people. No two people are exactly alike. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for
real. So you have a choice. You have options, and that's the beauty of this life. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So back onto you. What new music have you got coming out, or music in general have you got coming out?
Well, for the last few months, the focus mainly has been on pushing the music that's already out there.
Okay.
But there are songs in the works, because I'm always in the studio working on new material. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I had a talk with my brethren Dean Fraser recently, who was encouraging me to just get started working on an album, and don't wait on the big hit to come. Don't wait on a major label to pressure you for an album. Don't wait. Just get busy working on it now. So when the time is right, the album will have been ready.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm doing right now. Well, I'm touring right now, but the moment I get off of this tour and get back into the studio, that's going to be the main focus. Actually working on the first Koriq album.
Yeah, man, that'll be wicked. You know what you should do? You should feature Taurus on there. There's an idea for you.
It would be nice. It would be nice. It would be wonderful. Yeah, man.
Yeah. So what would you say to young people that want? Sorry, what would you say to young people that want to get into music?
Well, it's interesting. If I should be honest with you, you have to understand first of all that uh, music as a career is not for everybody.
Yeah.
You know, and even those of us who can find a place in the music business don't necessarily have to be artists, because the music industry is huge. You can be an artist manager, you can be a producer, you can be a publicist, you know what I mean? You can be a stylist, you can be a cook, you can be a driver, you can be a promoter. There's so many facets of the music industry. So the first thing I would want to say to anybody is make sure that whatever your passion is, practice and become the best at it.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? Practice your passion and become the best at it, so that you don't turn out to be a promoter who is trying to be a singer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a bit mixed.
So this is what I would say to anybody who's trying to come up in the music business: practice your craft and become the best at it.
Definitely. So, what is it that in music in particular and in Jamaica that drawn you? You said the age of 7. That drawn you to music.
Yeah.
Did you see others doing
well,
it?
My father. Well, I've always seen others doing it. I mean, I grew up. Well, my formative years are in the 90s, but I pretty much started my development in the 80s.
Yeah.
And so, of course, I've been looking at people like Michael Jackson, people like Prince, people like whole heap of artists, Stevie Wonder, Dionne Warwick. You know, people from that time. And my father was also a singer on the North Coast, the hotel circuit in Jamaica, in Ocho Rios.
Yeah.
And so I learned a lot of music just because he had to learn them. You know what I mean? I've been exposed to music from people like Harry Belafonte. You know, so it's an eclectic mix. Yeah, so, you know, it's a lot of different things that come together to help to shape who I am as a musician, as a singer, as an artist. You know?
Definitely. One of the songs I liked from when I listened to your music was it All Woman Unplugged? I seen it on YouTube, and I thought that was it was a great song, but your voice was very unique. I felt very nice and unique.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Anytime. So, would you be able to give us a little...
I should probably send you the audio for that.
Definitely. So, would you be able to give us a little snippet of it for the people out there that haven't heard it yet?
Of All Woman?
Yeah.
Well, there's so much to be said about a woman like this. Sometimes we all wonder if she really exists. Where would I find this girl? Could she be living in another world? And only in my mind is where I see her. I'd be happy just to meet her. I wonder if she's somewhere out there. Jaja, won't you bring her right here? Cause she's all woman, the one that I want. She's all woman, the one that I need. She fulfills all my dreams, and she satisfies my needs, yeah. All woman, the one I desire. All woman, the answer to all my prayer. And that's the kind of girl who is a missing piece in my world. Yeah.
Yeah. So, tell us...
Respect.
Definitely. Tell us something about that song. Where did that inspiration come from?
Well, a friend of mine, a producer, a version of mine, came to my crib and, you know, we were listening to some music, some rhythms.
Yeah.
And, you know, he encouraged me. This was actually my first recording as an artist. He said to me, yo, I see you singing the Tarrus, Riley, and you have your own studio. Don't you have any music or you record for yourself?
Yeah.
I played a few things for him, and he got really excited, and he told me to listen to this track, the guitar. It was just guitar.
Okay.
And, you know, he basically commissioned me to write a song and check him. So I wrote the song, and I gave him a call, and he loved it. And we recorded it, and that was All Woman. Now you asked about the inspiration for that song. The truth of the matter is, I was just thinking, you know, about what to write. It wasn't any personal experience or anything like that. I just kind of thought to myself, let's write about the kind of woman you would want.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And that's how that song was born. I was simply just writing about the kind of woman any man would want.
Definitely.
You know?
For real.
And then, of course, you know, the women, we love women, you know, so if a man can get all woman himself, he'd be happy about that. So imagine if you got one woman that was all woman.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay. Definitely. Yeah. So, what's in your plans or your future plans for Koriq now? What is it you want to achieve for yourself?
Yeah, well, the main aim for right now is to solidify my footing in the music industry as an artist, to actually get the name Koriq to be a household name.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm working on right now. I'd like to leave a legacy for my children, like the great Albert Nesta Marley left for his children.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And actually, create a sustainable legacy for the youth. So, what's next for me as far as that dream is concerned is to put out more music and promote more music and hopefully score a big hit at some point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Of course, I have to big up people like DJKat for that. I know you be playing my music. I really appreciate it. Also, my sister in DJ Sugar, she's been really instrumental in making my thing work in the UK. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm grateful for all the love that the UK has been showing me. My music is being played all over the place in the UK. And I happen to know that because people are emailing me and texting me from all over the United Kingdom saying, yo, them hear the song and they love it. And
Yeah.
So give thanks for all of that. I love it.
Definitely. So what would you suggest for the youths out there now that are either doing whatever they're doing? What would you say the young people need nowadays?
I don't want to sound too preachy, but the young people, especially the males, I think we really need to rise up and represent as fathers. You know what I mean? Because I believe that most of the problems they face in this world is because youths are raising themselves and they're being raised by TV and social media and not by actual fathers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I really wish that fathers would step up and represent and take care of them youths. But speaking to the youths directly, boy, I don't know that there's any one thing I could say to really change any kind of situations with the youth, except that you really got to find a focus, find your purpose in life, and pursue it with all you've got. You know what I mean?
Definitely. So, is there any events you've got coming up, or should we be looking out just for the tour at the minute? Where else are you going?
Well, this tour comes to an end this weekend.
Okay.
By Sunday, I should be back home. But what's happening for Koriq? There are a few Kingston and in Jamaica. Just in an effort to, the artist we know as Koriq.
Definitely. So, any final words you want to say to the people out there before we come to an end of the interview?
Well, without you, the people, and artists is nothing because we make the music for you. And we are stars because you love what we do. So, all I really want to say to the people is I love you and thank you so much for loving my music. And those of you who tune in and hearing about Koriq for the first time, much love and respect to you all. Give thanks for all the support and the love. And stay tuned because we'll have good music coming.
Big respect. I just want to say a big shout out to you for taking the time out, even though you're on tour, to talk to us online. Or on air, should I say?
It's all my pleasure. The pleasure is all mine, for real.
Thanks. And keep the link, yeah, every time?
Definitely, of course.
Okay, people, so we're going to say goodbye for now, and then we'll hear again from him very soon, yeah? Blessings for calling. Blessings.
Much for having me on the show.
No worries.
Blessings.
Yeah, people, so you heard it here first. Koriq is on tour. He's on tour, and don't forget to check out his music and all his vibes, okay? One song is called Unplugged, and it's called All Woman, and this song I like as well, so check it out.
If I could find her in real life, I would gladly make her my wife. Since I've been around the world, been to many places, seen lots of faces, now me know what me want and what me I search for. So let me describe this daughter. She speaks volumes with the softest voice, express herself with the words of choice. She don't run off her mouth and attack me ego, cause I'm a man and she know how that go. She keeps her head high while her feet stay humble, and she walk wide from false pride and never stumble. And that's the kind of woman I need in my